Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's by him for strike 1.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. Bryant looking at a 3-1 count. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Swing and a liner. Oh, and the no-hitter is erased here in the 9th.
Hey, look at this guy compete right there. Nice base hit. Are you kidding me? He had already had the hat trick. He was staring the golden sombrero straight in the face, and he said, no dice.
Here's Jason Hayward now as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. Bryant is off at first with 2 away. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away. He brings it in, and the Brewers have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Wow, you could feel the electricity in the air when the 9th inning started. Everyone could feel how close to history we were, but he gives up a hit and loses the no-hit bid. Man, that hurts. He just has to shake it off now and enjoy this one-hitter just the same. Great effort either way.
4-0 the score this afternoon. Milwaukee wrote an important 6th inning to victory in this one. German Marquez earns his first win of the season as he tosses a complete game 1-hitter. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
This afternoon for the victorious Brewers, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Cubs, no runs, just 1 hit, no errors. They left 3 men on base.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Milwaukee Brewers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 3-0.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Milwaukee Brewers. Aiden Almanzar makes his big league debut right after this. Aiden Almanzar steps on the rubber today for his first Major League start. Dan, what do you got on him?
Well, I think the big key, Matt, is just going to be able to control the butterflies. You can only make your first start one time, and a lot of emotions, a lot of things are going through your mind when you're taking your warm-up pitches. Hopefully he can settle down, control that heartbeat, and as they say, breathe in, breathe out, and try to enjoy the first big league experience. Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. Another 1-2 delivery. Fastball, strike three called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon. And with strike three recorded there, he's notched his first career Major League strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Verdugo is a very well-regarded defensive outfielder. Used to be that fielders were evaluated mostly by the eyeball test and simple stats like fielding percentage. But of course, these days, there are many more advanced ways that help determine a guy's work in the field. And in his case, he shines in many ways.
You know, Matty, for me, I think he does pass the eyeball test. I know you have to look at all the numbers and the analytics to really appreciate a ball player like this, but man, does he come to work every day and play hard.
Swing and a miss. Boy, that thing's moving pretty good. Two gone. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. Dero, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Taking a look at this lineup, they're going to have to work the count. That's the key to success right here. They have to find a way to drive this guy's pitch count up and get into that bullpen as quick as possible.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. First pitch coming. Here it is. Looks at a knuckleball that finds the bottom of the strike zone. Popped him up. Torrens over to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. And now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. Up next will be Nick Williams. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Brewers, center fielder, Nick Williams.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. So, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they've been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with the loss last time out, they've now dropped 8 of their last 9 decisions.
Yeah, guys, anytime you start a road trip, first 5 games you start 1-4, you're just trying to salvage. Do the fundamental things right. Try and sneak out a couple wins, get on the plane, and get out of here.
The 0-2 once more. Misses for ball 1.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here's another 1-2. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Williams is retired, and there's one away. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look up and down this lineup. One thing jumps out. A lot of guys with some quality batting averages. They find themselves in the top third of the league in batting average. And that usually bodes well. As the season gets long, if you can keep your approach, usually leads to winning games.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
I would say the pitcher would tell us.
Let's play ball.
Jake Lamb standing in now. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. No balls and a strike to count. Now the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit up. Almanzar is making his debut on the mound today, as we've mentioned. This performance in this one could be a good barometer as to whether he's ready to deal with major league hitters at this point in his career.
Yeah, Matt, this guy wasn't really the most highly touted prospect coming up through the minor league system, but one of the things he does, he throws strikes, and if he continues to pitch like he did in the minor leagues here at the big league level, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to stay here and pitch very competitive baseball.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And, guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
At the plate, number 19 comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Soft liner towards short, and an easy play out there as this is taken for the second out. Striding in, Ryan Oakley, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. That's a fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. 1-1 the count now. So 1-1 home. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Arcia has got it, and the side is retired. Striding into the box, Nico Goodrum. He went deep in the contest last night. First offering on its way. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. The 0-1. Nope. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He takes the turn and heads for second. And the Brewers get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double as he moves into double digits now as we check out the team leaderboard. That is 10 for him here on the campaign. Ready now, Nomar Mazara. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit well on the ground to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. The relay throw, and no chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
I got to be honest, I'm shocked he went back to this pitch again. First one, he was on it, fouled it off. Second one, he did not miss.
Stepping in now, Luis Torrens. And this one gets away. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Runners are at first and third with none out. Ball and a strike.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make-or-break moment in this game. When you're playing a first-place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Yanked on the ground down the line. Now a move over to first, and he'll dive back in. The 1-2. There he goes. He swings and misses. Throw down. Is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively. And let's take a look at third baseman Jake Lamb. Everybody's going to focus on the offense, and rightfully so. This guy absolutely mashes. But he's an adequate defender over at the hot corner. And be on the lookout for him to make a big play today.
From the stretch. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle-of-the-order power guy.
2-1 to count. Mazara on third. Arcia at second with one away. And he missed again, high and away this time. 3-1.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
The 3-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Nick Williams. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1.
The way this guy at the plate gets down the line, contact is your friend in this situation. Tough to double him up. This middle infield has got to do their best to roll it as quick as possible.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Ball and 2 strikes now.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
The second baseman, number 2, Scooter.
Stepping into the box, Scooter Gennett. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Hit hard back up the middle. And past the sliding attempt at second. That should go as a base hit. 1 run scored. And he's safe.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches, get 2 outs, and all of a sudden give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
In is Christian Yelich, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. A career head-to-head numbers with Zach Godley. Small sample, a perfect 1 for 1. The 1-0. And this will be fouled away. Three runs already home here. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. So 3 runs on 4 hits here, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We played 2 full. It's the Brewers 4 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Up next for Arizona, Jose Cordero, and they've got some work to do early on, down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Behind 0-2 now. Stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Standing in now, John Comstock, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 3 homers, 13 RBI. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2. Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game, and he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time. And that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
In now, Zach Godley. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
He's one pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Popped him up. Torrens waits on it, and that ends the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They're down 4-0. So striding forward now, Miguel Sano. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss.
Play ball. Ball 4. Take the ball.
Digging in, Cam Myers. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Into the corner and slicing foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Oh, got him swinging with the palm ball there, and that's the first out.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Diamondback center fielder with a friendly 2-0 count.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
He froze him on the fastball there. Alex Verdugo is sent packing for the second out of the inning.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
And that will bring in Adam Frazier. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A wave and a miss.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Digging in, Aiden Almanzar. He drew a walk his first time up.
Aiden Almanzar.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Frazier is there for it. 1 away. Up next. Jake Lamb standing in now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And that one just missed outside.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Here's the 2-1 home. And ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Jake Lamb is retired to lead off the 5th. Into the box, number 19. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low, apparently. A ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Pulled toward right center field. Williams is there. 2 gone.
First baseman number 8.
Stepping up now, Brian Oakley. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. No runs, no hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Mazara's on his horse. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
Leading off for the Brewers.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Cordero. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Jose Cordero.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
Into the box, John Comstock, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Ildemaro Vargas will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And it's fouled away. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Popped him up. Goodrum has a play, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down in order. They can't chip into that 5-0. Rick Thomas will come on in relief now as they'll make it.
Number 5, Rick Thomas.
So here now is the pitcher, Aiden Almanzar. First offering on its way. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Cam Myers. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Almanzar is working a real gem here in his major league debut. Any of his doubters won't have a lot to say, at least after this one.
You'd like to see them get him out of here before he leaves with a bad taste in his mouth. He was really pretty much in control of this game for the first 5-6 innings. And as these pitches and innings have started to mount up, you can just see that he isn't quite as sharp, and he's not getting the swings and misses that he did early on in this game.
Fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Into the box now, Adam Frazier. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Garcia has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. So striding in, Nick Williams. He struggled at the top of the lineup. Jake Lamb standing in now. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Back up the middle. Base hit. And the perfect game comes to an end here in the 8th. So he makes it through 7 innings, but they finally get to him for their first hit of the ball game here in inning number 8.
Yeah, Matty V, and that just goes to show you how hard it is to pitch a no-no. Gets through 21 consecutive outs without getting up a hit, D-Roll, but that wasn't the case here to start off the 8th.
Yeah, so much has to go into it. You need to be a little lucky, and you need to be a little good right there. Flip the script on the offensive standpoint. They've stayed with their approach, haven't come out of it, and hopefully this gets them jump-started.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. 1 gone here in the 8th as we check our line score to this point. And boy, you can see the story of the game right there in the hit column. Just 1 hit allowed through 7 1/3. He has been awfully tough to solve. First pitch of the at-bat, fouled away. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
You see there, the pitch count is up to 88, and at this point in the game, that's a good place to be, so I think we'll see him stay out there for at least a little while longer.
The 0-2 delivery. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Popped him up. Under it, Jeanette, and there are 2 away now. Now batting, Jose Cordero. Struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, they finally get the leadoff runner on. It would be sad to watch him waste this opportunity. Somebody's got to come through with a base hit.
So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have. In now, Miguel Sano. And he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning. Slapped hard the opposite way. Number 19 is there, and he'll bring this one in. Ready once again, Nico Goodrum. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. In now the power-hitting outfielder, Nomar Mazara. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Nomar Mazara.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Hard hit ball to second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
Mazara leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And a wild pitch here as this one's to the backstop. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. And he fouls this one off. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Now there's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer up.
Swing and a little tapper. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Hit on the ground out to short. Myers comes up with it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Ready now for the Diamondbacks, John Comstock. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Grounded back up the middle. Jeanette is there. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. Ketel Marte come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. Nobody out, runner on first. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
And a fastball. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. First and second here with nobody out. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
And he misses with it, ball 4. So that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. He's got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation. He seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
Now the Brewers manager's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave after 8 strong innings as he couldn't quite make it a complete game, but he's in line for the victory nonetheless. Jose Arena is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. No balls and 1 strike. Fouled off. Arena has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. Catch is made near the line in left, tagging the runner from third. And they're going to get on the board here with the sac fly, but there's still work to be done, down 5-1. First pitch coming, here it is. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
The batter, third baseman, Jake Lamb.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jake Lamb. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Marte at third, Myers on at second with 2 down. 1-1 to count to Jake Lamb. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Arizona down to its last strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
5-1 the final total in today's game. The Brewers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Aiden Almanzar earns his first win of the season, allowing only a pair of hits in 8 full innings pitched. Jose Arena earns the save out of the bullpen, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Brewers, 5 runs,
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Pittsburgh Pirates allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they got the best of the Brewers at home 9-0. In other Brewers news, starting pitcher Adon Almanzar has been promoted from AAA to the majors. In the standings, the Pirates are in 4th place in the NL Central, while the Brewers are atop the division. The Cardinals finished off a 3-game sweep as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 4-3. The win was their 7th in a row. As of today, the Cardinals sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, and the Reds are at the bottom of the division. The Cubs brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 6-4. They now have 5 straight wins. Heading into the day, the Padres are in 2nd place in the NL West, and the Cubs are in 2nd place in the NL Central. The Braves racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 3-0. Entering the day's action, the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, while the Diamondbacks sit in last place in the National League West Division. Zach Eflin The trade deadline looms large. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the San Francisco Giants pounded out 17 hits in this one as they got the best of the Brewers at home 6-5. The D-backs held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 5-1. The Reds hit 3 long balls as they took the win. Welcome to Inside the Show. It's the wild day that is the trade deadline. In the National League Central, the Giants totaled 11 hits as they grabbed an extra innings win over the Brewers 6-5. In the standings, the Giants sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, and the Brewers are atop the NL Central. The Phillies right fielder, number 25, had an outstanding day at the plate with 8 runs batted in as the Phillies pushed past the Reds 17-2. As of today, the Reds are in last place in the NL Central, and the Phillies sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division. Craig Andrews earned the 3rd W of his season as the Mets bested the Pirates 3-2. Heading into the day, the Pirates sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, and the Mets sit in 1st place in the National League East Division. The Cardinals left fielder, number 41, was hot at the plate collecting 3 hits in the game as the Cardinals beat their rival Cubs 5-4. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. At the start of the day, the Cardinals are in 3rd place in the NL Central, while the Cubs are 2nd in the division. Julio Urias pitched well, earning his 9th win of the season as the Dodgers got the best of the Braves 3-0. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average. In the standings, the Braves are in 4th place in the NL East, while the Dodgers are in 1st place in the NL West. Chasen Shreve got his 3rd win this season as the Marlins got the best of the Nats 7-6. Entering the day's action, the Marlins sit in last place in the National League East, while the Nationals are 2nd in the division. The Oakland Athletics got 12 hits in this one as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 10-5. As of today, the Rockies are in 4th place in the NL West, and the Athletics are in 3rd place in the AL West. The San Diego Padres sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 5-3. As of right now, the Padres sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, and the Diamondbacks are at the bottom of the division. The Boston Red Sox launched 3 home runs as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 3-2. In the standings, the Red Sox sit in 1st place in the American League Eastern Division, while the Twins sit in last place in the American League Central Division. The Royals got 11 hits overall as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 7-6. Heading into the day, the Yankees are in 4th place in the AL East, and the Royals are atop the AL Central. The Rays swatted 4 home runs in this one as they beat the O's in Baltimore 7-3. As of today, the Orioles sit in last place in the American League East Division, and the Rays are 3rd in the division. The Blue Jays amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the White Sox on the south side 5-3. At the start of the day, the White Sox sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division, while the Blue Jays sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division. The Indians combined for 4 total home runs as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 12-5. As of right now, the Tigers sit in 3rd place in the American League Central, and the Indians are 4th in the division. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim went deep 4 times as they took down the visiting Mariners 7-4. In the standings, the Angels sit in 2nd place in the American League West, while the Mariners are 4th in the division. The Houston Astros earned the 3-game series sweep as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 6-4. As of today, the Astros are leading the AL West, while the Rangers are at the bottom of the division. And that's the show. The trade deadline is only hours away, so don't forget to check in tomorrow for a full recap of the day's events.